Not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions. The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Yeah, welcome to the 6th Borough radio show, brought to you by Power Up Radio. Joe and Denise here to talk all about Florida's do's and don'ts that take place every day in the streets of New York. So get ready to ride the A train. Next stop, Boca Raton. So what do you say we get the show started?
Hey, welcome to the. Hello.
That's why we're upset here.
Welcome to the 6th Borough. The chef just brought some clams and put them in front of me, and I got a little crazy over here. I don't know, they look good. Anyway, we have a great show lined up for you tonight. We have some great guests. We have more food from the chef. We have Denise and 4th of July events coming up. What else we got?
Oh, we have a great lineup. As you know, the 6th Borough is always one of those things where we got stuff lined up, but we never know which direction the train is going to take us. So we have some great stuff happening. It's been, you know what? I like when it's off the cuff sometimes because it makes it real.
It always comes out better that way.
Yeah, it always comes out real, and we feel a lot better about what we have to cover. But all said and done with, what we have going on is what we're going to be copying and talking about. So this is a big weekend.
Yes.
It's a big weekend, 4th of July weekend.
America's birthday.
Yes, America's birthday.
Your birthday too? Happy birthday, Giuseppe.
Oh, wow. We'll have to remember that. But although it is the 4th of July, we have a lot of stuff that we want to talk about because in the 6th Borough, which we know is South Florida, there is so much happening. And did you know that the 4th of July is the biggest event of all of our events where tourists come down, and it's one of the biggest ones that we have. It's going to be crazy, but I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. There are so many different events that everyone can go to. The one that I think is my favorite that happens every year is the hot dog contest that takes place in Fort Lauderdale. Really? That was Freddie, for those who don't know that voice. It's the mysterious man in the hat in the back.
Well, where's the original hot dog contest take place?
Oh, that's right. We're wondering. Well said. That's right. That was going to be a test question. You're absolutely right. Yep. In one of the boroughs, that's where the first and biggest hot dog eating events has ever happened. Right. But, now that we said that.
Always seems to be a Chinese guy winning it, too.
Yes, of course, we've seen that. Yeah. He's pretty good. I don't know where he puts it all.
I remember, I get grossed out when I watch that.
So go ahead. Let's go ahead, Joe. Put him on.
Yeah, since we're talking to Joe, let's introduce him. Joe Miggs, the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, wow. Thank you for having me.
Where is he? We don't see him.
Perfect time to be on a radio show.
It is a perfect time.
Yeah.
I've known Joe for at least a couple of years now, and one of the most multiple personalities. And I was actually, you don't know this. No. He has a multiple personality and characters that he can portray, and we're going to get a feel for that this evening.
You both have multiple personalities.
Yeah, well, I knew that was coming.
Well, I figure I have to put them to use, those multiple
That's
personalities.
right.
People think you're crazy right away that you have multiple personalities. But I say, you know what? I'm going to do something comedic with these multiple personalities.
And we're going to see that. But wait a minute. Going back to the whole hot dog thing, the original one was in Coney Island.
Yes.
And right up there up north. And then, as I just mentioned, we have the hot dogs event here. The contest, which is in Fort Lauderdale, but there are so many more events, and I actually have to ask. But we need to actually tell everyone, our listeners, that anyone that wants to dial in, it's 1-888-565-1470. Joe is still learning the numbers. That's okay.
I think we have a few waiting already.
I do believe we do, but we'll get there eventually. So for those of you that are dialing in and holding on, we'll get with you real shortly because we have a lot to talk about. But I have to go back, and we were talking about this earlier, memories about 4th of July, where we grew up in New York. Okay? But wait, Joe, what part of New York are you from?
Bensonhurst, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, another
Borough.
Brooklyn night. I didn't know that. Brooklyn meets Brooklyn. I love it.
Okay.
I
We're
love
on the
it.
same side of the bridge.
We are totally on the same side, depending on what day it was, week it was. Though. But yes, we're on the same side. But all going back, I got it. Joe, tell me what your favorite memory was.
When I was a kid living in the Bronx, my favorite part of it was my Uncle Pasquale, Uncle Patsy, buying thousands of dollars worth of fireworks and blowing up the neighborhood.
Was that,
Oh, my
somehow I
God.
think that might have been legitimate.
No, it was not. But everybody in the neighborhood used to watch us. I mean, the bombs, everything he had. It was crazy. And then, of course, I brought it to my kids when I got older. We moved down here.
Yeah.
So I remember one year we went crazy in my neighborhood in Coral Springs. And then the next year, a week before the 4th of July, the Coral Springs police actually knocked on my door.
They knew.
And I said, "What's going on?" He goes, "We just want to let you know, Mr. Rubo, that you cannot do what you did last year here. You had the fire department here. You had this." I said, "It's all right. I'm going to the Keys this weekend. Don't worry about it."
Did they call the Keys?
They were very happy.
Oh, they had the night off. That's good. You gave them the night off.
Yeah, you gave them the night off, and they're calling the Keys ahead of time.
No, Keys just relaxing.
Well, for me personally, it's actually because I was in Brooklyn. I was right near the edge, a street called Montague Street, which is very close to the water, and there was a park there, and we would watch the fireworks right on top of the Statue of Liberty, which to today is one of the biggest events ever.
Still, yeah.
Still to today.
Yeah.
So I remember those days greatly. I really do. Joe,
an awesome
what's
memory.
yours? You have a memory?
Yeah, the 4th of July is my birthday, actually.
Ooh, there you go. It's his birthday.
So listen, I got a
You
lot of good
and
memories
America.
on there. I'm America's boy right here. No, actually, my favorite story is when I was a little kid. My dad, in Coney Island, they used to have during the daytime, they would do an air and sea show. So all the Marines would
That's
jump out.
right.
You see the guys flying around in the parachutes in the daytime. So my dad, when I was real young, like 6 years old, he would get on the phone and pretend that he was placing an order for my birthday. So he'd be like, "Yeah, it's my son's birthday today. Make sure the guys are jumping out of the plane." And we'd do it right in front of me. And
You thought it
would
was
get
for
so
you?
excited.
Oh,
I'm
my
like,
God.
"Dad," I'm thanking him, and he's like, "No problem, son, don't worry." And I go outside in the backyard on the deck, and we're looking. We see all the guys
Yeah,
jumping
he's
out of the
like,
plane,
"Oh, for you, Joe."
thanking my dad like I couldn't believe it. A couple of years later, I'll make that 4th of July.
Oh, the deception. No, but all seriousness, it's a day that recognizes our country and our independence, and so the borough tips its hat off to ensuring that everyone knows that it's a day where we can celebrate. There's a lot of great retail sales. Of course, Denise would mention that there's a lot of good sales going out there. So, ladies, get your shopping on. Men too. There's a lot of things that you can buy out there that are electronics, which is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Right?
What's your favorite 4th of July meal?
Actually, I would have to say a cheeseburger.
Mine's,
cheeseburger.
Mine's cheeseburger parmesan.
Cheeseburger parmesan.
That's real Italian. Listen, mine's hot dogs, man.
Yeah,
Good
dogs
old
and
school,
burgers, yeah.
old-fashioned,
Yeah.
American way.
So is it a beef hot dog, chicken hot dog, vegan hot? We got all kinds of hot dogs.
We're gonna
now.
go beef.
Nathan's
We're gonna
or
go old
Charette,
school.
either way.
Well, when I lived in Brooklyn, I lived on Cropsey and Shore Parkway,
Yeah.
so I was right Bensonhurst / Coney Island, right there. So Nathan's was a hop and a skip.
Nathan's, yeah.
So
Oh my God,
hot dogs were my
Nathan's! If
favorite.
you go back to Coney Island, you see the sign that says Nathan's. That was a hot dog that one would kill for to have. Coney Island, right there. It's the biggest sign and one of the oldest spots.
Yes, it is.
So those are bringing back some really great memories. Actually, we used to go there on 4th of July as well to ride the Ferris wheel. You remember the Ferris wheel, Coney Island?
Oh,
Anybody
absolutely.
out there remember that?
And the cyclone.
Oh, we got to remember. Oh, yeah, the cyclone. Oh, my goodness, the cyclone. That was another ride. I think I would throw up now if I went on it.
And it was only $3 to re-ride it. We would hold our $3 up as we were coming down. So the guy would grab it, we'd stay on the ride and go for the next one.
Well, this weekend, weather-wise, it's going to be amazing.
Hot.
Okay, amazingly hot. Yes, that's normal. But in the 5 boroughs, they're supposed to have some really great weather. We're supposed to have some great weather. So, other than that, we couldn't be more blessed to be able to really observe and enjoy all the fun and glory of 4th of July. So that's the weather report. We keep it real simple here in the boroughs. In the 6th borough in particular, it's always the same thing. It's hot. That's all we have. But, did you know it's also Joe's birthday month? Ooh.
Me? Oh, yeah.
It's Joe's
It's
birthday.
got a
We're
lot.
gonna
We
we're
got
gonna
that.
have some fun with
We got
that.
The end of the month, the 26th.
We're gonna have
Happy-
some fun with
happy early
that.
birthday.
Yeah.
28, 29, what are we
30.
looking at?
The 29 again.
29 again.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's not
Again.
29, it's 29. How do you say it? Say it again.
29.
It's 29.
29.
29.
Same thing. Give me a 50, right? It's a 50. Joe, we have to also share one of the things that we did last week, and we went to go see the Elvis movie.
Yes, great movie.
I gotta check.
He
it out.
cried. Just say it. I called it
didn't.
first.
She was crying. I
He
didn't
cried.
cry.
No way.
I
He
didn't
cried.
cry. I cried when it was over. I wanted more.
Before
No, I
it
didn't.
started, he's like, I'm so emotional. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
It looks like a good movie.
It was a great movie. I mean, that guy did. It's like his body was possessed by Elvis. Wow. It was great. And I'm a big Elvis fan, and I didn't know that the Colonel was from Holland.
Well, we think he was from somewhere, but
Yeah,
definitely not here.
They said it in the movie. Were you listening? What's
Yeah,
the
I was
matter with you?
listening. It was a little confusing,
He was
but
from
yeah.
Holland,
I was
and
too busy
he didn't
crying.
have no papers. He was, he was illegal, and he made so much money off of Elvis. Oh my God! Yeah,
And back in those days, I mean,
yeah,
he get away with a lot more than.
Yeah, I
that.
mean, I know everything. I thought I knew everything until I saw the movie, and it was a great movie. I want to see it again. That's how good it was.
My
So-
dad's a huge Elvis fan.
So tell him to see the
Huge.
movie.
I grew up with Elvis everywhere.
Yeah, my mom
I
went
like
to
Elvis.
my mom went to go see it. She loved it. Yeah, I mean when they showed Suspicious Minds, because and he danced just like him. I mean, it was like it was watching Elvis.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Could someone look up who was the actor real quick from
Was it
Austin
Butler or
Austin
something
Butler.
like
Yeah.
that?
Austin Butler? Yeah. okay.
Austin Powers.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
I didn't see any of his work. This is a newcomer for me.
Yeah, has he done anything else?
I don't know. I know nothing about the guy. I don't
The
know.
girl
He-
either. She
He
didn't do
kind of
anything.
could be an Elvis impersonator too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Should
know.
be
But
as
he
good as he
did.
was.
Oh.
looks like he can go to Vegas right now and do it.
I
me
mean,
tell you
at
something.
the end when I don't want to ruin it, but when they were showing him singing,
Don't
we couldn't tell the difference, right?
we had yes, we could not tell
They
the
were
difference.
mixing him and the real Elvis.
That
in.
is cool.
And there were certain points we were actually able to tell real footage versus what wasn't. But this kid, Austin, is it?
Yeah.
The lips, the eyes,
Yeah.
the movement, the body, the way he spoke, everything was just
It was
impeccably
very
done.
authentic. It was
Very
awesome.
authentic.
Yeah.
So kudos,
That
we.
Elvis voice, man.
Oh,
I respect
yeah,
the
I
kid.
try to emulate it. I
Yeah.
can't. But
No,
it's,
there's
And-
no,
and
there's
Tom
no,
Hanks, of course, is a great actor.
yeah, that I don't know. He did a great job.
You
So
get in my car. I got the Elvis channel tuned right on my satellite. Elvis and the Frank Sinatra time.
we'll have to put on our new
Someone-
website a link just for you for
There you
Elvis. How's that?
And Frank Sinatra.
And Frank Sinatra in that order, I'm sure. But no, again, we endorse it, the Sixth Borough. We actually really think it's a great movie to go
Great movie,
see.
yeah.
If you can, in fact, I'm going to see it again and again as many times. Once I like a movie, I can see it over
Yeah.
and over. But it's a great movie. Again, endorsed by the Sixth Borough. And
Cousin
Joe
Joey.
did cry. Joe did cry.
Cousin Joey saying hello.
Hello, Joe. No,
Another Joe.
Another Joey
say hello to
DeLuca.
Joe.
How you doing?
Joe
Deluche.
DeLuche.
So we have a couple of things that we're going to be actually celebrating. It is Joe's birthday month, and we have some stuff that we
I
actually
like
gonna
that you're going to celebrate it all month.
I
You-
think
you
all
know,
month,
you know,
yeah.
you're
You never know
you're
what's gonna
moving up
happen.
the ladder quick
Oh,
here.
look at that. I'm ranking. But we'll have some fun talk and trend talk
Yeah.
about that. But let's get to our guest and talk more about
Yes,
our
but
Joe Miggs.
But before we get to the guest, back to the Sixth Borough.
Yes.
We have an announcement to make.
Go for it.
You want me to do it, or
You
you
do
want
it.
to do it?
You do it.
Okay. We talk about the Sixth Borough, and I guess a lot of people call Jersey the Sixth Borough, also, right?
They'd like to think that.
Yeah. You know,
Florida's
besides
the
us,
Sixth Borough.
but the Wise Guy Show, which they happen to be very good friends of mine, Freddie Tenor and the rest of the boys. We are the official South Florida Wise Guy Show. Officially.
Officially.
So we're announcing it tonight, and every week you're going to see us on the Wise Guy Show, a clip. Every 2 weeks they go on. Right?
Okay,
The
yeah.
clip of us on the Wise Guy Show, and they're going to be joining us, and we're real excited. I mean, great guys, been supportive of us the whole time. I met them a long time ago at a signing in Jersey. Great, funny guys. If you get a chance, listen to their show, watch their show. It's great.
So I guess I'm coined officially a wise gal.
Yeah, you're in.
Lady
Bar-
Shylock.
Like, there you go. Yes. Oh, the Barbie gangster. I'll take either
We
one.
brought you in. Now you can't get out.
Okay, that's when you think you're getting out, they get you right back in. That's how it goes. It's exciting news.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to be their correspondent here.
Yes.
And they're going to be
Official
doing
South
the same
Florida.
for us.
Yep.
So stay
South
tuned. They were
Florida.
actually a
Congratulations.
great group. They have the likes of people on there. Some of the names we had. They have Fran Jolie. They've had fighters. They've had some really great names that we're going to actually
Famous
get to.
Italian singer.
His name is.
He don't know.
You don't know.
He don't know.
You better cut that in.
We'll be more prepared to know who that is, so I'll lay that on Joe to take care of.
I don't remember your name. You're lucky I remember your name.
I love it.
Oh, it's off the cuff, It's all family
It's
in
the best
here.
way to do it.
But go ahead. Let's talk about Joe
Let's
Miggs.
talk about Joey
Oh,
here.
man.
Yes.
All right.
Let's talk about how I met you.
Yes.
We do have 2 phone calls, but real quick, let's do an intro.
Yeah.
Although he's been introed already. Is that
Yeah.
English? I'm not sure. Was that Italian English?
Intro, outro.
Yeah,
whatever
that was
you
a
wanna
six
call
borough language.
The six
Six
borough
borough
language.
slang.
That's what
Six
we've
borough
coined it.
slang.
Slang in the six borough. So yeah, Joe Miggs, also known as Joe, and I'm going to say it wrong. Mignon.
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 Yeah.
Mignon.
Well, in Italy, it's mignone.
Mignon.
Filet mignon.
But the Americans call it mignon.
In Spanish that I speak, that could really be different. I can't say it. I'm going to slap on the hand, but that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Do you know what it means in Spanish? We can't say it.
Well, I know, no, it's a curse word, I guess, because
Yeah.
we can't say it
I
on the
don't know what
radio.
it means.
Wow,
It's
is
a-
it really? My last name's a curse word at a
I
time.
didn't know.
You know, not for nothing. I interview so many Latin fighters. I'm shocked that they didn't say anything to me. But you know what? That's why I only go by Miggs.
Joe Miggs, yeah.
Nobody can pronounce my last name. It's been butchered my entire life, ever since I was a kid going to school. My last name is Mignon. The G is silent. It's Mignone, but it's Mignon, Mignon. I got Manjone. Actually, the reason I changed it to Miggs was because of Damon Feldman from Celebrity Boxing.
Is that
because
right?
every time I would do an interview with him, Joe Manjone, what's going on? Roasted my last name, so I was like, Damon, you're killing me. I'm changing my last name. I got to just come up with some sort of nickname
that's
to shorten
funny.
it. So I
That's
came up
Damon,
with
though.
Miggs,
You know, some
yeah.
people call me Rubio. I don't know where. There's no I in my name anyway.
Marco
Joe
Rubio?
Joe Rubio.
What are you running for Congress?
There ain't no
What?
freaking-
God,
There's no
well,
I in my name.
he runs
People
Congress
just
in the
butcher
borough.
I respect it.
Well, if
Hey,
anyone...
That's my dad.
Hey,
Dad!
how you
Mignone.
doing?
There he is.
Mignone.
What's up,
Oh,
Pop?
she's...
He's checking in on me.
Oh,
I
good.
love it.
He
Look
wants
at...
to just see where I'm at if I'm not getting into trouble.
He's waiting for the guys to parachute.
There you go. Did you know he knows the truth? Oh, you poor thing. What else? What lies did they tell you outside of that?
Many lies. They're
Many
still
lies.
telling me lies. How good looking I am. Oh, watch out. I was like Henry Hill on my birthday, looking around. Like, oh, there it is. There's put the hot dog.
Try this. You really see helicopters.
First of all, thanks so much for being here. I want to say it again.
My pleasure. Thank you for
And
having
what we want to do on the Borough is to create entertainment, but we want to make sure that we connect with you overall and how you place yourself into the Sixth Borough. Once you're on the show, you're officially indoctrinated and you become a citizen. So, welcome aboard. We really appreciate that you can be part of the Borough. But we need to hear a little bit about you. Let's talk about where you grew up,
Sure.
right? And then how it is that you got down to Florida. And then we'll just go from there.
Sounds like a plan.
All
Born
right.
and raised Brooklyn, New York, July 4th, 1983. Bensonhurst. Bensonhurst was a great place, as you know. Growing up in the 80s and 90s, it was a lot of fun. It was mainly Italians, so everywhere you looked, you had the old Gindaloons on the corner outside the social club or the cafes.
Whoa. A Gindaloon.
Gindaloon, old paisans,
Yep.
old Italians, old white
We are
guys.
creating new languages.
Listen,
we
we
are
gotta make
creating
words up. We gotta make words up.
Gindaloon. Yep. I haven't heard that. in a while.
Gindaloon. Okay.
Yeah, but it was a cool neighborhood. I mean, everything was right there. I had my pizzerias, I had my school, it was a hop and a skip. Everything was so close, tight-knit neighborhood.
Right there, yeah.
All the neighbors knew each other. We were over each other's houses.
The good old days.
Talking about July 4th and my birthday, my parents would throw a bash every year. Family, friends, neighbors,
Right.
my friends, all at the house, hanging in the backyard, going in the pool. I mean, just great
Nice.
memories growing up.
Were you the only family that had a pool?
That was
We were-
my
and
question.
In our neighborhood,
My pool is you open the hydrant.
in our
Me too.
in our area, we were one of the only ones with,
Yeah.
with a pool. But New York, they're the above ground pool.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, they look like big
But I gotta
bathtubs.
say, it
back
was
there.
the cleanest pool you'll
Yeah.
ever see. My dad is a neat freak. My dad was in there with the chlorine, the tablets. He was skimming.
Right,
everything.
and
My
you'll
dad,
and you'll have it open
unbelievable.
for what, 4 months?
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
they
Then
work
you put
their
the
butts
canvas
off
on top.
fixing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And so many great memories in Brooklyn and just just being a part of New York and going to the city as a
Yeah.
kid. I just absolutely loved it. Moved down here when I was 17 years old. I was a bad
So you
boy.
really grew up. in
Yeah.
New
You were a
York.
bad boy.
I was a little bad boy growing up,
And they threw you out?
That's it. My high school had enough of my antics. So my parents already had a house here in Florida.
Yeah.
So we came down to Boca, and we went from Brooklyn to Boca. You know.
That did.
Did
Did you take the A train?
Good
Did you take the
lead-in.
A train to get here?
It's funny. That's just a classic story of why we're the sixth borough.
Very classic.
People come and they just move here.
What's been amazing, the guests that we've had, and of course, Joe, yourself, almost, I would say a good 95% of them have all been
New Yorkers.
from New York.
Yeah.
And they all live down here now. So, we are verifying the sixth borough.
Yes.
We really are. But where did you go to school, by the way?
In
You were
New York.
you were through out of Brooklyn,
They had enough of my answers.
and then you came down here.
I did my senior year in high school at Pope John Paul in Boca.
Ah.
And then
Catholic school,
Catholic
nice,
school.
yeah.
I went to Catholic school in Brooklyn.
Same with me.
We were
Same
just
thing
talking
growing
about
up.
that.
Yeah, so in Brooklyn, I went to St. Mary's, which was on 85th Street and like 23rd
Mm-hmm.
Avenue, I think, off the top of my head. And then I went to Xaverian High School in Bay Ridge, and then I did 3 years there, and then I finished my last year's sentence at.
It sounds like you're describing a bid over here. I finished up over here and then I went
It
home.
felt like a bit. I was always in
Yeah.
trouble. I was always in solitary confinement.
Wait a minute, that's language I don't understand.
That's
We
good.
did a bid. Should I just scroll right over that?
You know what a bid is?
I don't.
You do a couple of years here, you come back out, go to Disneyland, you go back
okay,
in, do
you
a
go to
couple.
So he keeps throwing these lines because we met when we were doing that. I guess you would call it a play.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a stage.
Yes, I
stage
want to
one we
know
did.
more about
Brooklyn
that.
to Boca.
Brooklyn to Boca. That's right, with Sharon Pfeiffer.
Right.
We
Yeah.
had her on the show. She's
She's hysterical.
Oh,
she's
she's
great.
hilarious.
Love
I
her.
love
Me,
Sharon.
Joe, and Al. We sat near each other.
Yeah.
and We entertained each other
Yeah.
the whole night. It was cool. Very
Yeah, you
fun.
had that cool Italia.
The Italian,
shirt on.
yeah,
That was
yeah. I
nice.
bought it just for that show. I'll never wear that
We
again.
need to hear more about
Send it
that.
to me, I'll wear it.
So right now, here we are. We do have a call for you. There's Sharon. Hi,
Hey, Sharon, we were just talking about you.
Look at that. But you know what? We have a call. Let's get our first caller on because,
Okay.
again, everyone that's listening, it's if you want to just chime in and give us a call, a comment, a memory, we want to hear about it. You would dial 888-565-1470. But in the meantime, we have 2 calls in the queue, and let's see who our first caller is.
It's my dad.
It's your dad. Do we have the callers? Are they still available for us?
I would have gave up by now.
They didn't want to hold on, huh? Somebody's
who is
there.
it?
Somebody's giggling.
Someone that was a real pretty giggle. Hello, who do we have on the line?
Who there?
Hey, this is Kendall Volker. I'm a friend of Joe's.
Hey! What's up?
Hey, Joe, what's up?
What's going on? Thank you for calling in. I'll take your order right now. We have a special going on right now. 3 pies for $28.99 large, and you get a topping of your choice.
And we'll throw in a Coke with that too.
We're not throwing in any clams. That's for sure. Those are all mine.
Kendall,
for
what's
later.
up?
Thanks so much for calling in, Kendall.
Any questions for Joe or no?
Yeah, Joe, I actually want to know something. Are you going to go to the BKFC 27 in London?
I will not be traveling to London. I would love to get out there for that event. It's going to be a stack card. I think it's MVP and Mike Perry are going to be fighting for the main event, and Joe Elmore and Connor Tierney are going to be the co-main. Also, I found out James Lilly's going to fight Tyler Goodjohn on that card too, so it's stacked. I really wish I could be there, but I can't make it.
Well, you
Oh
know,
my gosh. All right, well, what's the next event? A couple events that you're going to be at then?
I'm going to be August 27th. I'm going to be at BYB Extreme in Doral, bare knuckle fighting, and July
Ready.
23rd, Tampa,
the video.
and BKFC Fight Night, Tampa 2. I'll be there for that.
Well, you know what,
Right on, right on.
Kendall, you actually you made a segue for us because we did not touch upon the fact that Joe actually does interviewing for fighters.
He's on his own show.
He has his own show,
Yeah.
right? And in the MMA sector, is that what it is?
It's Fight Addicts TV. That's the
Fight
new one.
Addicts TV. That's the new one. Okay. Kendall, we're going to actually ask you to hold on unless you have more questions, but I want to go ahead and talk about what Joe is doing when
we
he's
go.
actually being, when he's interviewing. And you've taken the interview experience, according to my research, and when these fighters are coming off the ring, that you've made them feel a lot more comfortable in their interview tactics. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that. You know, I always really respect the fighters and their journey and all the sacrifices that they make in their own life sacrifices, spending time with their family, and physical sacrifice, mental sacrifice. There's so many sacrifices that they make just to get in the ring to fight in front of thousands of people. It takes a lot to do that. And I respect them so much for that. So I love doing these interviews and hearing their story and helping them promote their fights. I love doing that. This brings some entertainment value to that.
There is.
And it's just a lot of fun. You meet a lot of people. You do a lot of networking. And I've made some incredible relationships doing this. And it's just blowing up right now.
So what's the name of the show?
The one that you're looking at right now is Fight Addicts TV. So I do a podcast every week with a lot of, bare knuckle fighters, MMA fighters, wrestlers, some boxers, and we're segueing into a new brand, which I'll get into in a little bit. It's a brand new concept game show podcast that we're going to be doing. That's going to be a branch of Fight Addicts TV, and it's really cool.
So this invitation to London, is it to actually carry on the interview process?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. So you want to go global. This is the ask. They want you to go global.
Well, BKFC is doing an event in London at the end of August. It's a big event, their first event in London. So it's going to be a lot of the UK fighters versus the USA fighters in a bare knuckle boxing match. And I have the privilege and opportunity to go to all these events and cover them and be there live and do the interviews and all that good stuff. So
How did you get into this?
oh man, it's crazy. I knew nothing about podcasting. I knew nothing about
just
radio.
a big boxing fan.
Yeah, I mean, my dad got me into boxing when I was a kid, so
Oh,
I
so
grew
you
up a
boxed.
boxing fan. I didn't fight anybody, Like I went to the gym and trained. I did mixed martial arts at Tiger Schulman's in Brooklyn. I got into boxing actually when I moved to Florida. Fell in love with it, so I trained every day, sparred, did the whole thing, the whole regimen. But I never really had it in me to compete or anything like that. But I respect the hell out of the people that do, and I train with a lot of people that fight professionally.
Yeah, let me
So-
tell you, we just did 1 minute rounds, and I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, man, it's a lot. It takes a lot out of you. So the
it's-
conditioning is
yeah.
unbelievable. They
Oh,
do
yeah.
thousands of hours of training, to
Lord.
prepare for a fight.
Well, so what?
That's why I retired
For
officially.
those that are listening, you're not seeing because you're whatever reason you may not be watching. But if you are, you can watch. If wish to, you can actually see us on Power Up Radio, the Sixth Borough on Facebook, and you can see the live stream. But you can also see it later on. But what we're looking at is an actual fight where seems to be like one of the bigger fights that you did.
Yes, this
And
was
you covered it.
Yeah, we covered this event. Did a lot of pre-fight interviews, post-fight interviews with the fighters, and what I love is really the podcasting is my favorite because I get to help them build the fights up. I'll have fighters that'll call me and be like, "Hey, listen, we want to build up a fight. We want to get this fight. We want this fight to happen. Can you help us?" And I'll give them my advice. This is what we could do. It's entertainment too. They're trying to sell a fight. So, we have fun with it and we do different things.
Well, I have mixed feelings. I mean, anyone goes want to hit my face. First of all, it's a big problem. There's no touching.
Well, we want to hit that pretty
Well,
face.
No.
We're gonna leave that
I've
face
been asked
alone.
to go in the ring. I'm like, I don't think so. There's too much work gone into this. But at the same time, though, I have to actually ask this question. Out of all the fights that you've done, what was the one that you felt most... Okay, I'm going to ask 3 questions.
Go for
Who impressed you the most in an interview? Who was fighting? We'll go with that one first.
Wow, who impressed me the most? That's tough to answer. I mean, because I talk to so many people. It's really hard to say one person because
Let's quantify it a little bit more or expand it. The one fight that you went to, was it this one that really was like, wow, great people that were on the ring, great celebrities, great experience?
Oh, Knucklemania was amazing. We did an event, the Knucklemania one. I had probably the most fun because it was the big, huge event that they were putting on. Bare knuckle fighting, like the WrestleMania of bare knuckle. And they had like just a star-studded cast of fighters that were going to be on there to fight. And Kendra Lust, actually, she's a porn star. She's
wow.
She's like the biggest
that's who
name.
was just on?
She's fighting?
So we no, she's a huge combat sports fan. Loves the UFC.
That's what you just called.
This is a different.
Oh,
Kendall.
okay.
That was
Say,
Kendall.
all
That
right.
was
Kendall,
Kendall.
okay, we're just clarifying.
Hey, wait, we gotta say,
Good.
we gotta say hi to cousin Anthony.
Hi, cousin
Kendra.
Anthony.
Every
A lot of people
week.
do. At least 8 million of
Hi.
her followers
Every
do.
week.
The mud wrestling, all right.
We'll have
Am
to-
I supposed to know who
I don't
Kendra
know
the porn
Kendra.
star is?
She's an adult entertainer. She's an award-winning adult entertainer. She has like 8 million followers on Instagram alone. Makes a lot of money doing
what's her name?
OnlyFans. Kendra Lust. And
How do you know that, Freddie? And I don't.
I met her in Times Square in a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And I was sitting next to her. She said,
And you said I'm a big fan. I seen all your movies.
I see amazing.
I love it. I love it.
And the fact that Joe knows who it is, it must be pretty big too.
Well, you know, I did an interview with her when I was doing the MMA Uncensored podcast, and that one we had like 1 million followers on there. It was a big following.
Yeah.
She came on. We did a whole episode with her, and we got cool. You know, we got friendly.
I'm
and,
sure you
and,
did.
And well, she's married. You know, so interestingly enough, but she had hit me up and she was like, "Hey, I'm really interested in getting into the interview aspect of combat sports."
Good idea.
So I said, why don't you come out? We did a collaboration at the Knucklebania event. So Kendra was my co-host for the event. So we were actually doing the interviews with the fighters. She was doing interviews. I was doing
That's
my
great.
interviews.
Oh,
And
nice.
we worked together. And, we blew up. I mean, the coverage that we did together was getting millions of
good.
hits. On
Awesome.
Yeah, it was
That's
really
great.
cool. Yeah.
Did you ever think when you were young this is something that you would wind up doing?
No, not at all.
When you
it's
went to
crazy.
school, I mean, did you go to any schooling to give you a discipline or a career that was not this?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, actually, I have my bachelor's in information technology,
That's
and
close
I'm halfway done with my master's degree in cybersecurity. So, I'm in the tech world, so like doing this kind of stuff, setting up my interviews and all that, and audio, video, that's easy stuff for me. I enjoy it, actually.
Tree calls. All right.
We got tree calls
Let's
coming
help-
in.
Tree calls.
let's
Who's
not
our
leave-
next caller?
Let's not leave the people hanging
What are
over
they-
here.
what they-
Come
Yeah,
on,
who's
Freddie.
our next caller?
Andy? Hey, Andy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Andy Hernandez, is that you?
Well, that's me, ABH Films in the house. What's up, Joe Mignone? Like the Mexican say.
He said it
I
right.
appreciate it. Thank you. Andy, thanks for calling in. Andy's my business partner with Fight Addicts TV.
Love that.
Andy is the band, Emmy-nominated film producer. He's been in the game for, 27 years now, Andy?
Actually, not 30-some years now, man. I'm getting old, brother.
I was trying to give you a couple of years, bro. But all right. But Andy does phenomenal work. Like the video you saw there, that's Andy's editing. It's phenomenal. Makes everything look cinematic. It's unbelievable. I love working with Andy. What's up, man? How's Newsmax doing, bro? Andy's the head editor for Newsmax.
I tell you, it's a special gift to be an editor.
Freddie don't have it.
I do it all. I just came out right now. I'm actually in my car right now, and I just got home. And I told Joe I was going to go ahead and support him. And I heard you guys talking about New York and everything else. And I'm from the Bronx, originally.
All right, Andy. There we go, brother.
I'm from the Boogie Down. Yeah, I moved down here in 2000.
Oh, I love that. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and we love our 6th borough citizens. So you've been officially indoctrinated. Now you have to tune in because, as Joe says, if you don't, it's a crime, and you don't want to have that happen in the 6th borough. Not at any given moment, isn't that Joe?
Absolutely. Joe will send, the boys on me quick.
Yeah, I'll send Pasquale and Enzo over to see you.
You know that. Hey, guy, man. Joe, I'm proud of you, man. Keep representing, and, I'm definitely going to tune in to the show. And, thank you for having me, brother.
Well,
Thank
maybe
you.
we'll have to
Thank
have
you.
him on at some point and have
You
him
should.
tell us some
And
of
he's
the
got some
experience.
great stories.
I'm
man.
sure.
He's a Bronx boy. So
He's
you
from the
gotta have
Bronx.
Andy on.
Yes, we got to have him on.
I do have a question though. So when you came down here and you wound up doing schoolwork and now you're doing cybersecurity,
Yes.
is that right? Who would have thunk that? Is that a word? Thunk? I'm not sure.
Thought.
Thought.
chuck
I
it
thought
in
it's
there.
okay. I'm getting the yes to thunk is a word.
You're starting to sound like me.
Cybersecurity.
Yeah.
That seems so like far fetched from what you're doing. So I'm just gonna say, which one do you like doing better?
It's hard to say, It's hard to say. I enjoy both. I love the entertainment aspect. When I moved to Florida is when I realized I liked acting and I liked being in front of the camera. Really, my parents would say I'm a ham since I'm a kid. I love being in front of the camera. Never bothered me. But when I moved to Florida in my senior year, I had the way the credits transferred over, I had so many free classes, and they were just giving me PE and weight training and drama. So
Right.
when I did drama class, it
You
was
loved
so
it.
cool. I
Yeah.
loved it.
This
I'm like,
says a lot
wow.
about our educational system.
Let's
a lot for us here.
Let's take another call and then take
Yeah.
a break. Steve? Steve, you there?
Yes, sir.
Stevie boy.
Stevie Boy.
I know that voice. Steve Rothman from the Fighting News.
That's right. What's up, guys? What's up, Denise? What's up, Joe?
How you doing, man?
Hi,
going on,
thanks
bro?
for calling in.
Hey, Denise. Hey,
So, Joe, this was your trainer, is that right?
No.
No? Okay, I got the wrong person. I'm going
Fighting
under.
news, the best
my
news in
stats,
combat
Steve.
sports.
I'm sorry, Steve. My bad.
He was the guy who was there.
I just changed my meds. Give me a break.
You better get back. You better get back on him.
I just changed. I'm so sorry, Steve. It's great to hear from you. We got to have you on and come in again.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
We're doing great. We have Joe Miggs with us, and taking us back in time and really enjoying some of the things that he's been talking about. We appreciate you calling. Do you have a question for Joe?
Yeah, so I just basically want to do a statement. Steve Rothman, Strong Island here, now in Wellington. I just, there's always one person that comes along, Denise, that raises the bar. I've been doing the Fighting News for about 12, 13 years now, and, I've gotten larger and larger every year. But there's always one person that comes around that makes you raise your bar. As far as, me and Joe do the same thing. We interview fighters and we get content, and we're content creators. But, Joe has raised that bar for me. And I see Joe from, when I first met him at one of the bare knuckle events. And, we hit it off, and he raises the bar for me. I see his stuff. I love his stuff. I like his stuff. And he's taken this bare knuckle sport to the next level. All the fighters love him. All the fighters want to get interviewed by him. And, I think he's great for this combat sport world.
Thank you, Steve. Let me tell you something. I look up to you, man, because you've been in this industry for a long time. You're very well respected. And one thing I got to say, man, when I first met you, the first event I ever did, I was super nervous. I didn't know what I was doing. And you came up to me and introduced yourself, and you welcomed me like family. And I'll never forget that, man. That's why after the events, me and you always get dinner together, because that respect is really greatly appreciated, bro. And your words are very appreciated. Thank you very much for that, brother.
Well, Steve, thanks so much for dialing in and giving us a call. I know that you have great history, great respect within the industry. And once again, thank you for supporting the 6th Borough. And hopefully we'll hear from you soon and have you come on in.
I love your show, Denise.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll see you soon, Steve.
So we have one more call? No, we don't? Okay,
No.
so we'll go ahead
Okay,
and
we're going
go
to take a quick break and
We'll
come
take
back.
a quick
take some
commercial
more
break.
calls.
Yes, and come back and take more calls. Thanks.
All right.
Stay tuned.
The Safety Works line of products has been carefully tested and established as the first line of defense against the worldwide pandemic and beyond. Our high-quality FDA line of personal protection equipment will keep you, your family, and your workspace as protected as possible during these uncertain times. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at safetyworks.com. That's safety, WERCS.com.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Go ahead, Denise.
Yeah, so we actually have a lot to talk about as well, because
we
during
gotta
the
get to
break,
food, too.
we have the food, and we only have so much time. It goes
Yeah.
so quickly.
Yes.
But I actually want to bring up the fact that he's the fact that we have a lot. No, not yet. So we're going to talk a little bit more, and I do have to bring to Joe's attention that of course we will. We're going to give him a shout out. But now that I started the little piece here real quick, and then we'll go to shout out, is the fact that I was interviewed by Joe about 3 years ago. And he doesn't remember what an impression I left.
No, are you kidding me? You're unforgettable. I could
But
never
he
forget you.
remembered the porn star.
He did, right? What the hell? But we have to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors, because they are, if we don't have them, we don't have anything. So why don't you go ahead and do that?
We just heard a commercial from Safety Works, the premier safety sanitizing company, protective wear, And also RD Promo, the premier company in promotional items. If you want anything with your name on it, like these mic flags, like anything with your name on it, they do it. They can make banners, pens, anything you want. They're the best. There it is, the pen right there. We don't
That's
have a
right.
shot of it, but you could also get your a link to your website right on the pen. And you hand people the pen, the barcode, boom, it takes you right there. And Gator straws, the best straws on the market by far. Best paper straws on the market.
And what's the coin? What's the tagline to the Gator straws?
Oh, Gator straws, they suck the best.
I love that. I love
That's
hearing
great.
that. It's like the best tagline. You can't forget that. If you want a good straw, you got to get the one that sucks the most.
Right, and doesn't fall apart.
It doesn't fall
So
apart.
we got some here. Yeah,
and
bring
we
it
have
over.
some right in
Let's
the
show some.
show. Here we go, right in the
Test one
studio.
out.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Let's see.
Wow, this one looks like a blunt.
That's the agave straw.
Which one? This
The
blunt?
big one, yeah, it's agave. It's made
You can
from
chew on that, right?
tequila. Agave, what
You
they
make a
make
meal
tequila
out of
with.
it.
Yeah. No, they use that a lot for frozen drinks and smoothies and stuff like that.
Definitely don't want to drink a straw with that. But I get it.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
And then we have cocktail
That's a big one.
straws. You could have your logo put on the straws. We have Miami Heat
Oh,
straws.
I didn't
everything.
know that.
Yeah.
You can actually put your logo on the straws?
Yes.
That's great.
There's agave also.
Now, are
That's
any of
pretty
these
cool.
What?
rice straws?
The paper straws are made with rice
Pretty
paper.
cool.
That's
So
what
how's
makes them
this,
so strong.
Recycling wise, good for the environment.
Yeah,
all
they're
that?
good for
That's cool.
eco-friendly.
It's good for the turtles.
Huh?
You eat it, you don't throw it away.
No, that you could eat actually. That's agave. But
I'm
the
thinking about
pa-
putting some of that stuffed clam in here.
Oh,
No,
not yet. We'll
don't
get
waste
there.
any
a
clam.
little tortilla. out
But
of it.
these things are made with rice paper. They're gluten free, and they last. Like if you ever go to McDonald's or something, you get a paper straw, it falls apart in a shake.
You know what I don't understand about these fast food places? They give you a paper straw in a plastic cup.
It don't make sense, right?
Give me a paper cup.
pretty
That's
soon
a
that's
really
all.
good point.
But pretty soon that's going to all be gone. It's going to have to be all paper soon.
Only people from Brooklyn would recognize that.
Smart. You know, that's a good
Point
point.
that out. That's
Or it is.
genius.
Or it is.
Why are
That's
you
my
handing this to
kind.
me? Give me a plastic. I tell you, give me a plastic straw.
That's a great point.
Okay.
Darn turtles.
What are you guys trying to do?
We have any more calls? Mama Luke.
Well, anyway, going back to what you were saying, we actually had an interview, and
I remember.
we have to come back and do another one. We do have one more call. We have Dad.
Oh,
on
we
got to
talk to Dad.
And Mike.
Mikey, Glenn.
But
All right.
wait. Before we do the call, I mean, I want to hear from Dad. Right after Dad, we'll do a call, but we have to do the multiple personalities because we
Yes.
have to share that Joe is not only someone that does the interviewing and has himself all in the circle of the fighting world,
Right.
but there's also an acting side to Joe.
He's also Ubats.
Gotta be a little crazy.
Yeah.
You gotta be a little crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that the Bumblebee one, the one that you're doing? Yes.
The Bumble, yeah.
Yep.
The,
It's really, really strange. But
it's
I'll play it.
it's strange, yeah.
It's strange.
They're all strange.
There's a lot of strangeness in this thing. You want me to play it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy. these
Roll
guys.
it.
Oh, your boy's back on the market. I just signed up for Bumble. Yeah, I'm on there too. Swipe left if you're a Trump supporter. Okay, swiping left.
Is it just me, or does every single mom on this app take a picture in their car with a kid in the backseat?
Swipe a left if for 5'9" and under. Oh, damn.
I don't believe it. I got 4 matches and none of them have responded.
This broad's got more filters than my AC unit.
Oh, this girl knows jujitsu? That.
Oh, no. What is it? Que cazzo, that's a man.
See, I like it when a girl has a perfect smile.
Mika, she's got all these travel pics. I'm gonna need a passport for this one.
Mamma me, this girl must be best friends with a plastic surgeon.
This is what I mean about having multiple personalities. I'm never satisfied.
That was great.
This is the best. That
was
is
great.
like so good.
I thought he was a normal.
For those who are trying to figure out and don't know, there is a dating app called Bumble. And of course, Freddie thought it was like a bumblebee. It has nothing to do with bees, although maybe so.
It says Bumblebee.
No,
Bumble Reel.
It's a Bumble,
Bumble
Reel.
Yeah, that was the reel I made for the Bumble app. So yeah, Bumble's a dating app. You know, get all walks of life on there. And pretty
Literally.
much everything that I put into this, you know, these little skits that I do, I try to make them, you know, relatable to people. You know, they're Italian guys, you know,
It's
they're the
all true.
Galvon
Everything
brothers,
they
you
said
know,
was true, yeah.
But it's stuff that's relatable that people run into on a day-to-day. So when you're using a dating app, at least for guys, this is the things that we run into when we see girls with a lot of filters, and then they show up to the date and they look completely different. Or, that's why he said she's
I
got
had
more
that
filters
story.
than my AC unit, Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness, that's a whole nother discussion with respect to Bumble and dating. But going back to, we
got a
do
call?
have one more call. We got Dad on the line.
Get him on.
Do I got Senior on the line?
How you
Hi.
doing, guys?
Hi.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Welcome,
Man, I'm
welcome.
having my black coffee in Sambuca. I feel like I'm in downtown Brooklyn in my social club. A great, great show you guys have.
Aw, thank you so
Thank you.
much. We're
Thank
so
you.
happy that you're here with us. You've done good with this little, with Joe. Wait, are you a junior?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
my dad's dad was named Joseph.
That's who I was named. That's how they do it in the Italian
Okay.
family. You name it after the father's father.
Yep.
So the show is a great
First boy.
show.
So I have to ask you, what was Joe's nickname as a kid?
Bam.
And it's a family show, so you can't say words we can't. It has to be clean. So, if there are any other words we can't hear, we'll pass. But did you have a favorite name to call him?
Bam, bam.
Bam
Bam Bam!
Wow.
Used to break everything.
Is that because you broke everything? Is that what it was?
I was wild, right, Pop?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Many moons ago.
Well, thank you so much for calling in. We would love to have you and know more about Joe, but you've done really good with him in making this guy who he is today. So thank you so much for doing everything that you've done, and hopefully we'll get to meet you in person one day.
Absolutely, 100%. God bless you guys. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you very much for coming on.
It's a pleasure joining your show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pop. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, son. Love you.
Love you too.
Aw, how
Mike,
sweet.
Mike, you out there?
There's a lot of love in the Italian family.
Yes.
A lot of
Hello?
respect.
Do we have caller Mike?
I'm here, Joe.
Hey, what's up, Mikey?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm about to walk into Rachel's Palm Beach right now. I've been listening to your show for the last 50-something minutes. Very good, very good.
He's going to work. That was my trainer. He trained me for the fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
You did a good job.
Got
You
the
did.
W.
That's all that counts, right? Right, Mikey?
He did a good job. He won, just like everyone knew he would do.
When are we going to get together again, man? You said we were going to do some training again.
I'm down. You just let me know.
Well, he works these crazy hours. He gets out of work like at 6 in the
Well,
morning.
he works at Rachel's, right?
Yeah. They don't
Oh.
close till 5, and by the time he gets out of here, it's 6.
I can imagine. That's wild.
But he's bringing in that cash, right?
You got to do what you got to do.
That's right.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for calling
Other
in.
than
We'll hope to see you
Got to
soon.
hang dry those singles. Put them on the clothesline, old school. If we're talking 6 Borough.
Joe, call me tomorrow. We'll get together next week for sure.
I like that.
Sounds like a plan.
Are you working on the 4th?
Hear about.
Oh, okay.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for dialing in. Well, one of the things about being... Oops, sorry. I think we're good. We're moving on. So we're coming to a close of the show, but we have to have the close of the show with food. You want to take that part?
Yes. Joey, why don't you move over here?
Absolutely. When it comes to food, I'll pretty much go anywhere.
We're going to bring in the chef himself,
Chef Silver?
Chef Silverfox,
Come on down.
star of the new show, Love at First Bite. And he brought the first week cannolis. Last week was bruschetta. And this week we have, am I right, clams oregano?
It's called vongole ripiano.
Vongole who?
Vongole ripiano.
All right.
Stuffed clams.
Expla-
The stuff of clams.
So what do they stuff with?
It's with we use breadcrumbs and just soak it in broth, and then we chop the clam
The
by
clam up,
itself
yeah.
and spice it up and put some garlic and Parmesan cheese and get baked.
Wow.
It's great.
And of
it's
course,
great.
like everything else you do, homemade, everything.
People think that it's the same like it's the vongole casino. No, but the vongole casino, the difference is that it's one bite. No,
Right.
So in the vongole casino, it's small clams, and you don't chop the clam. You just keep the clam by itself and just stuff it around and bake it. And this one, no, so it's everything is mixed. It's kind of crab cake, No, made with a clam.
Oh.
And I put it on top of the shell and then bake it.
Well, I'm going to have to show
Oh,
everyone.
yeah.
Look. Just, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to see. You know what? If you're listening, I wish I could give you smell-o-vision and taste-o-vision, but I'll take care of that for you. It smells really great, and I can't wait to go ahead and see what this tastes like. But I got to say, you make everything fresh. But I mean, I'm sure the clam itself is not fresh. Did you actually take?
I hope it's fresh.
Not the clam shell.
Okay.
The clam shell. But did you take the clam from this shell and mix it into your recipe?
Correct.
Okay.
And even though the breadcrums is from the bruschetta.
Oh, really?
Oh my goodness! So you recycled.
I recycle. Yeah.
It's homemade.
That's what you do it. That's how you do. You take what was not used and you do it again. You know, I love that.
Yes.
I mean, some people would be like, no, but this is the way you do it.
Right. Well, that was one of my favorite dishes. But Chef here is going to be with us every week, and every week he's going to bring us a little something. And we have the show's called Love at First Bite, and we're going to be turning it into a TV show soon.
Yes, we are.
When we hit the airwaves this fall.
Yes.
And you're rolling out a new concept, right? Did I hear you're going to be pre-recording and we can see
Correct.
you cook?
So because there we have only 30 minutes just to share a recipe, and sometimes the cooking time for a recipe is more than that. So
Right.
what I will do is in my own studio we will prepare just the food, and let's fast forward, just to make it faster.
So you can show
and,
being
you
made.
can show how these ingredients
I
step by
like
step,
that.
and
Sorry.
try to fit on the 30-minute segment.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, once again, it seems like you've outdone yourself, and we're going to actually close and share because, you know, in old school style, we all share and eat as a family.
Right.
So we're going to actually, going to have to, I can't wait to taste this. This looks amazing. Is this on
And-
keto?
No, well, you can make it keto too.
You can,
So
okay.
replacing the breadcrumbs
Right.
for pork
Right.
rinds, and then it's and there will be keto.
Ooh,
But in this
keto.
case, it's not keto. This is real.
I'm good with that. Don't worry about
Yes,
it.
that's fine.
But it's
So-
okay. It looks
And
fabulous.
I hope that it's warm because it was just
That's okay.
from the
I'll
oven
eat
when
it
I
cold.
came here.
Listen, cold Italian food always tastes good. I don't care what it is, but at the end of the day, I know you bought it in fresh and hot, and so we're excited to try to taste this. But as we said, we're rolling out the new show called Love at First Bite, and it's a great little concept, and we're going to actually run with that, and hope you will be a part of that.
Please, Daddy's the
Absolutely,
man.
you're the man.
Thank you for the opportunity just to share my skills.
So
with the-
what we're going to do in the show also, Chef, is, you know, besides you creating these great dishes, we're going to go, me, you, and Denise, to different restaurants.
Of course.
And we're going to talk to the chef, and, you know.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
That would
gonna-
be just great.
We're not going to rate them, you know. We're not going to, you know, we're going to go there, taste their food. I know you're going to tell. I know you're going to tell them how to make it right, but it's going to be great because it's going to be nice to go to have a cooking show with or a food show where people actually know what they're talking about. Right.
That's great. And
That's the important thing.
What I like also about the is of course is about all the senses. You know? So just
Right.
appreciate the food
All the senses,
with all
yes.
the senses.
Mhm.
Right.
That is something that also attract me about the food is just to know about the story of the dishes.
Oh yeah.
The background.
So, exactly. So why they eat it that way? So what was the reason? What is the region that they prepared?
It's
How
got
they like to
history
eat
for
it
every
in
dish she
that
makes.
country?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you
listen,
from?
I'm from Buenos Aires.
Oh, okay. You got that accent. Like
So we're gonna actually we're gonna roll into our
Antonio
second
Banderas
show.
over
Okay,
here.
let's
We're
keep
gonna roll into
rolling.
our second show, and thank you again. We're gonna go ahead and take a bite this food, and I'm sure I'm gonna fall in love in a second. You know, sorry, Joe, you're in line. I got clams in
I
front of
thought
me.
you fell in love with me first.
I got
Now
the clams. I
took
got the
over.
clams. The
Okay.
clams took over.
It's
So
understandable.
What am I, a Mirage?
So stay tuned, everyone, for our next show called Power Up Hour. We have a great story, an entertainer that's coming in from Argentina that's going to be speaking with us and doing her thing. So we're going to learn more about her and be part of the Sixth Borough. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you later.
Take a break, commercial?
Yes, we're going to take a break real quick.
Okay.
Do you suffer from neuropathy? Maybe you do and you don't even know it. Do you have numbness, pain, burning, or tingling in your hands and feet? Muscle weakness, loss of balance, muscle twitching? Are you not sleeping? Does it feel like pins and needles in your hands and feet? Maybe you have no feeling at all. The symptoms can make life unbearable, but there is help at the Lighthouse Medical Center. Call 754-222-6642 for a no-charge consultation and say goodbye to your neuropathy symptoms. 754-222-6642. Do you suffer from neuropathy? Maybe you do.
Sailing to Paradise invites you to celebrate Independence Day with the new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 and the Palm Beach County Parks and Recreation for the 4th of July celebration at Sunset Cove Amphitheater. Free family fun starting at 5:30 p.m. Live music with the Journey tribute band Odyssey Road. Kids Fun Zone. And the Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 fireworks show at 9 p.m. Don't miss the 4th of July celebration at Sunset Cove Amphitheater, 20405 Amphitheater Circle in Boca. More information at oldiesouthflorida.com. Brought to you by Robes Law Group and Margaritaville at Sea. Sail to Paradise on the only local 3-day and 2-night cruise sailing from Port of Palm Beach to Freeport, Grand Bahama Island. More info at margaritavillatsea.com.
This is an important announcement for anyone who wants health insurance, even if you missed the deadline. Right now, you can get the health insurance you and your family need from top insurance providers, even if you have pre-existing conditions or no insurance at all. The Plus Benefits Health Insurance toll-free number has been extended to help anyone who wants health insurance coverage now, or if you need a better plan or a lower price. Call Plus Benefits Health Insurance now at 800-379-8142. The call is 100% free and the help is real. Call 800-379-8142. That's 800-379-8142.
The Sentinel Group sponsors this paid advertisement. Attention. Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with cancer after using Zantac or other heartburn medications for several months? Zantac may be linked to these cancers: bladder, colorectal, esophageal, intestinal, kidney, liver, ovarian, pancreatic, stomach, testicular, and uterine. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with cancer after using Zantac or other heartburn medications for several months, call now. Never stop taking medication without first consulting a physician. Call right now for a free consultation. 800-382-8527. 800-382-8527.
This is an important announcement for anyone who wants health insurance, even if you missed the deadline. Right now, you can get the health insurance you and your family need from top insurance providers, even if you have pre-existing conditions or no insurance at all. The Plus Benefits Health Insurance toll-free number has been extended to help anyone who wants health insurance coverage now, or if you need a better plan or a lower price. Call Plus Benefits Health Insurance now at 800-379-8142. The call is 100% free and the help is real. Call 800-379-8142. That's 800-379-8142.
On average, one person in the United States dies of a blood clot every 6 minutes. Don't let that be you or someone you know. Stop the clot. Spread the word. Learn how to protect yourself from life-threatening blood clots at stoptheclot.org/spreadtheword.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
This program is furnished by amp2tv.square.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Let's get your weekend started on Fridays with your one and only new host, Denise. Bringing you amped, raw, and fun energy to entertain as you end your week to welcome your weekend. Denise will bring new friends, celebrities, entrepreneurs, topic experts, musicians, foodies, local events, news, and much more to educate, celebrate, motivate, relax, and relate. As she says, let's make your mess your message. So let's get this party started. Here's Denise.
Coverage with coming back. Is to receive, and that are anyone that's from New York and come down by way of the 8 train. So welcome back to the Power Up Hour, where we're going to bring stories to you of motivation, inspiration, things that really are really bought in the sense of wanting to give you inspiration to roll you into your weekend. And we're actually in Florida. We're not in the canyons, where you can hear the echo in the background. But anything can happen.
Or the bathroom.
Yes, exactly. Or in the restroom where anything can be echoed. But again, you're listening to the Power Up Hour. And we had as our guest Joe Miggs, who is with us.
I want to thank Joe for the cigar.
Yes, he actually brought with us gifts.
And
he brought me a Prosecco.
A real Italiano. Comes with gifts.
You have to. That's the only way to do it.
That's
You know,
right.
we're on the 6th borough.
We destroyed the
old
clams.
school, New York, Italian. We come bearing gifts when we're invited somewhere.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but you know what we really should say? Everyone can tune into our show. But if you want to participate in our show, you just call in 888-565-1470. But you're also welcome to come in person, and you really want to. Why? Because one of the parts of our show, in the first part, the 6th borough, we get to have food brought to us and made by our own personal chef, Silver Fox. And look at this.
Look at all the empty clam shells.
For those of you that are not able to watch, he actually bought with, he made himself clams, what I would call oreganata, but they're not
Stuffed
clams
clam,
oreganata,
yeah.
they're stuffed clams. What is the right word, chef, for this? Bongolo Bretiano. I think I said it close enough.
Bongolo.
But they're actually very, very good, and thank you again for bringing that. We encourage anyone to come and participate with show number 1, the 6th borough, which brings you into today's show in the second hour called the Power Up Hour, where we share great stories. And the one that we have coming up will be Salil, and we're going to talk more about her. But in the meantime, though, Joe Miggs, thanks so much for being with us and staying on. Hang with us. This is family time. We want you to stay with us, and
La Familia.
And we want to hear more from you and what you're doing. We have an announcement as well that we want to share with you towards the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned. So, with that, no further ado, we have a few things to talk about, and I know that, again, it's 4th of July.
Yes.
Lots of events are happening in the
straws,
sixth
we
borough
got cigars,
in South
yeah,
Florida.
everything all over the place.
And one of the things that we want to make sure we say, be responsible during these days. Lots of fun to be had. There's barbecues and parades and fun to really be enjoying with friends and family, but be responsible no matter what you do. And make sure, and no one thinks about this, and I'm going to say it in our Power Up Hour, our animals, our pets, they get really freaked out
Yeah, they
during
get
these
scared.
time of year, because everything is going in rockets and whatnot. The sound kind of makes them really spooked. So give them some love in the meantime. That's a little bit of a Power Up embracement. So make sure you're aware of that. And also, I have to make sure that we announce this. It's going to be Joe's birthday this month, and we're celebrating on Power Up as well.
And it's
We gotta
Joe's
make sure-
birthday today.
And it's Joe Miggs is on the 4th.
On the 4th, yeah.
So we got Joe and
4th
Joe,
of July.
Joe on the 4th, and Joe on the 26th.
Joe was born, if nobody knows, 1776.
I signed that
July
paper,
4th,
by
yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
That thing that says we were independent.
Yeah.
But we want to make sure that we always deliver a message that's upbeat. At times we have very intense topics on the Power Up Hour, so it's really worth your time to stay tuned and listen to what we have to share, because some of the stories, all the stories, are from humble beginnings to the heights of their career to falling back down and starting all over again and hearing the comeback story. So that is really what this is about, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. But I just got to say, Chef Silverfox, thank you so much again for putting this together.
My pleasure.
I can't wait to have more and roll out our show that we talked about, which is Love at First Bite. Joe mentioned that we're going to be taking it on the road, where real talk on food, and I guess I'll be the one that's deciding whether I love it or not.
Yes.
Is that the deal?
Yes, I'm excited with the idea, and I think that we'll have fun.
Well, he's
Things like that.
experienced chef. I've got experience in cooking and stuff. I had restaurants and stuff. So, like I said, it's going to be cool that people that actually know what they're talking about to go taste this food and talk about food, and you get to eat it.
I get to eat it, yeah. What they don't know, folks, is that I'm a very picky eater.
Are you?
And I can be
Can't
very
tell.
well. Listen to him; he can't. Leave it to Joe to say he can't tell. I am a picky eater. There are things that I won't eat. But you know what? Maybe I can be convinced that, spicy food, and let's see what the chef comes up with and what we talk about. But once again, Love at First Bite coming to you soon. Stay tuned. Again, you are tuned into Power Up Radio, and our phone number is 888-565-1470. And we're going to see if we can actually bring on board our guest. I don't know if we have her live or not, but this is... Oh, we'll get her on shortly. Joe. Miggs.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Let's
He's
be
got
Rocky
these great
now.
voices.
How
Oh my
you doing?
goodness.
Be Rocky Balboa, you know.
Oh my.
How you doing?
That sounds really sexy. Okay.
There she is.
Hi, Salil. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Salil, for those of you that, thank you so much for being on here. For those of you that don't know, Salil herself has got a great story. She is right now live out of New York, and she's taking her time to be with us this evening. She is a singer, composer, actress, businesswoman, which I love, and is from Argentina. Made her way to Miami, and now is in New York, living the dream and making things happen. But wait till you hear so much more than what we are aware of. And this is a woman that has come into our country and made and established herself. And that's what we call the entrepreneur, the American story. It really, really is. And I want to congratulate you on that as a female making things happen. Your talent is amazing, which we're going to showcase very shortly. But we have a couple of questions for you because we want to get to know you, as how our listeners and viewers. And I know that you're in New York, so...
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, hello, hello.
Chef is from Argentina also, yes.
Yes, that's right.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, muy bien, acá feliz de escucharlos.
Doesn't that sound sexy? This just sounds like super. I don't know. I mean, I'm bilingual. I'm more like Spanglish, but at the end of the day, I'm more like that. But it just sounds so sexy. But we have a lot of questions for you, our listeners, and I know your fans want to hear so much. And so we're just going to go right to the beginning and start from where you were. And you're in New York now. Is that right?
New York. Yep. I came here a long time ago, like 15 years ago. Actually, I came to Miami with $500 in my pocket.
Wow.
And with a dream and a flag. So that's awesome. And I did, oh my God, so many. I work as a bartender, very bad bartender.
Freddie, turn it up a little, Fred.
DJ. And then one day I said, you know what, let me skip all of this and actually go and do what I really love to do. So I started doing like DJ in South Beach.
So you actually were so you were raised in Argentina.
Yes.
You went to school in Argentina.
Yes.
And you had the dream of wanting to be a DJ singer.
As a singer and actress, actually.
Ah, okay. But when you came here to Miami, you started your DJing pretty much right away. Is that right?
Let's say 2 years after, it was a little harder at the beginning. Like everybody else, every immigrant, you know.
So you actually came here with $100 in your pocket.
Yep.
Wow.
That's amazing. I mean, how many immigrants or anyone that has come to America can say that they did that very same thing and made it big? That's such a huge story. Our chef is the same thing. A story from Argentina, came here, and now look at the successes that are having. That's just really amazing. Did you come here by yourself or did you have family?
By myself. I have a cousin in West Palm Beach, but I was alone, you know. He was there, I was just in South Beach with a few friends, with a few people who allowed me to get in their houses for a couple of months, and then I started working hard, like everybody at the beginning. I have like a very tough story, which I'm not going to go very deep now. I'm writing a book about that now, and maybe in the future we're going to have a movie. But basically, everything is in your mind. That's the message, right? We gotta be strong, we gotta be focused, disciplined, and you can make it. That's pretty much my story.
Well, I'll tell you, those are fighting words. When I say fighting words, those are words to live by and fight for. And that's incredible. But I have a question. So when you were interested in your music, was it always, like, what made you interested in becoming a part of this entire industry?
Well, my brother is a musician in Argentina, and every time I saw him, listening to him, singing every day, playing and playing and playing, he used to play like a folkloric music, very from my country, you know. And I fell in love. I love it. I love to sing. I like to sing in English. When I was young, I loved to sing in English because I like to translate the music and what he's trying, the message, you know. So I like one day I want to give a message to the world. I want to change the world. You know, that's what I thought when I was little. I want to help people. I have it in my heart. That's pretty much it. I thought it's going to be easier here than in Argentina. Because in Argentina, it was impossible. Everything you try is like so far. Like, you know what? I want to be in the United States because the American dream exists. I never realized the Argentinian.
So that leads to the next question. What made you come to Miami? The music, obviously.
Miami because of a friend.
Oh, okay.
Said you can stay in my house until you get a place. So it was easy at the beginning. So I went to my friend's house. It was a funny story. Then I started like waitress, then bartender. With them, I was terrible because I'm at the beginning. Can you hear me? Oh, sí, se cortó. The sound I couldn't hear. The sound went off.
This microphone.
Okay, go ahead.
You got me now? When you were a bartender, what was your favorite drink to mix?
What was your favorite drink?
Well,
there we go.
All right,
She's saying
listen.
the stuff. That's her drink.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
I like that. Because you know what I was going to say to you? I was going to say I'm surprised you don't like the Bix because you're a DJ, but that's okay. We'll let you slide on that one.
That was a great segue. We're going to talk about in a minute. Don't keep that right there. We wanted to talk about that. But to Joey's point, you came to Miami and it was very hard, but you kept pushing through. Joey, did you have? Why don't you like?
Yeah. How did you get gigs in the beginning? Was it hard getting gigs and getting work?
Very hard. Especially because you know, I don't know nobody.
Right.
So start having friends. I have a boyfriend like a year after. He was an actor, and he helped me to develop with a well-known artist from Mexico. So I was working as an assistant, management, things like that for like a year. Then I say, I don't really love what I do, to be honest. I don't love that. Something different. Because he was an actor, but he was so lonely.
Right.
I'm like, I don't want to be alone in my life. Now I'm alone. I want to work hard, but I want to have family. I want to support. And I know how to get it. And I can create what I like to do, I want to be happy.
Right.
So, I make a turn. In the next, like, I worked at a company as I was an account executive purchase of the cars in Colombia. So then it was the time of abuse and it was very hard. I quit my job and then I'm like, I'm not going to do what I want. So I started doing my salary. My first gig actually was a salary. Something like I want to do it for free. So I do it for free and then after weeks later, she told me, oh, I like your music, I like how you doing, how you improvise. So I started singing in the middle of
Started singing. Wow. Okay.
yeah, like joking, singing. But
Like emceeing almost. Yeah.
I love him singing.
and I was like grown, and I like to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I like to
You were an actress. You were an actress. If you could please, so could you just talk a little closer to your computer or your space because our viewers and listeners they want to be able to enjoy your beauty number one, but
There
then
she
secondly
is.
hear you. There you go. Yes. So you came to Miami and you got your gigs and you talked about the challenges that were involved there and what you had to do. No job too humble to get your business and your career started, right? Would you agree with that?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. So tell us how you were able to integrate your Latina culture into your music. Like how did that immerse all together?
Actually, I start with trance music, trance, dance, no pretty much Latino music about that time. And I start like, can you hear me?
Yes, you're good.
Okay. So I start pretty much about that, and especially the gay community still helped me a lot and pushed me, and I like I love your hair, your style, this and that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I'm making it, I'm living where my dreams. So anyway, so I have like a opportunity, blah blah blah, and then it was coming like I was growing little by little, and then I say I have to go to New York. I feel like in Miami is big, it's a good platform, but I need to go to New York. I need to know what's going on in New York. Everything is happening in New York. So I apply for like a job for an actress, and they love my when they interview me, but unfortunately about that time this couldn't happen. It was a huge how do you say opportunity, but for any reason the project it was like not going through, but I was in New York already. So I started again DJ bartending, with a bar called Tropics in Queens, and I love it. I love it, and I love what I was doing, but I was feeling a little like not like tired because I want to be a singer. I want to grow. I don't want to be here, and this is not what I. This is the beginning, but the beginning still the beginning, and it's like 10 years. you know, the time is no, so I need a manager, something. So one day I say to God, that's enough. I'm not going to do this anymore. I want to go again with advertising. Maybe I can go through that way. So a week after, I met Johnny Falcones, my husband now. And Johnny Falcones, so I went like dating with him, blah, blah, blah. And 1 year after I was with him, he says to me, well, I was a manager of Mark Antony. I'm like, are you kidding me? And you tell me this like now? I'm like, what? So he's like, I want to help you, but I want to be sure, like, I want to be solid with you first as a, you know, as a family couple, whatever. I don't want to mix these things. I don't want to, you know. So now we're solid enough. We were married before I know that. So, and he started helping me with gigs, singing, everything. And he pushed my career because he knows, even if he knows everybody in the business, he says, even I know everybody, you have to, you know, you have to work hard, and you have to prove, you know, because this is not like, okay, I dream this, I want to do it, you have me here, let's do it. No. So he put me like in the parade, in the Latino parade, like in New York, this and so many things. So we work so hard. Actually, I work so hard. He pushed me so much. I traveled to Argentina, Ecuador, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, California, everywhere pretty much. So then he was a blessing in my life for sure. And he saw something on me that, because he was like, I saw some light on you, like when you were singing. I'm like, so he says, why you don't start singing? I'm like, that's my dream. I'm like, okay, so let's do it. I'm pushing you. So that was pretty much the beginning. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
We can,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can, we
Loud
can
and
hear you
clear.
well.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
say a few things. Now, I've known you for a little while now, and I've seen you perform in person, and I've seen you on set, and it's just the energy is great. And I have to say, with your husband, the dynamics, just for the public to know, is just amazing. There's such a balance between the both of you, and that's very impressive and very difficult to say in this industry alone. And the fact that he withheld that information for you for a year, I didn't know that piece. I had no idea, and I think that was a very well played on his part. But we do have a question. I first want to say, if anyone wants to call in and ask a question of Salil in her career and where she is now, please dial 888-565-1470. And she's an open book because there's so much that she wants to share. Great example of what it's like to get into this industry, and even better, what a great weekend to say that you live the American dream on 4th of July. This weekend is
Let
very...
me tell you before, one more thing. When I became a citizen, I changed my name. My real name is Soledad. Soledad in Argentina means lonely. So I'm like, when I become a citizen, I want to change my name. And I say, no, I want my name Soleil. Soleil means sunshine in French. And people call me Soleil. So I'm like, you know what? Let me change it for this. This is, and my life changed that day. The day that I changed my name, everything was like magic. That was incredible.
I was having three names originally, Carlos, Alejandro, Teodoro, and then when I came and became a citizen, I just decided also just to change my name, Alex, just Alex.
Oh, wow.
Well, was not just Alex. I want just to have Alex, a middle name, the Great.
That's right.
But they didn't accept it.
Well, I have to say, as us that are born here in America, call it in the sixth borough where we wind up, we take for granted that opportunity, that we're automatically citizens. Yes, right. And, talking to someone like yourself, Solio, and then also to Alex, that those are great stories. And in fact, I find it very motivating, and that's again one of the things of what the show is all about, is telling the story. And you are the perfect story, in my opinion, as to what it takes to come here with nothing in your pocket to make it where you are right now. So tell us a little bit more now on some of your recordings. How many songs did it take before you got to call it the difference in your career?
Ooh, I did a lot of songs. Ugh, I don't know how many. Let's to get in the career. actually, when I start recording my first, let me remember my first song. My first song, it was in Puerto Rico. It was more pop, I remember. But then I make a twist for salsa. I love salsa. Um, Salsa, I did a bachata. I did like, let's say pretty much like 7 songs. And then the radio called me, a huge radio station. They have like 60 radio stations in the United States, and they say, I want you to, if you can sing salsa, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna play your music because people start asking. I'm like, what people? I'm like, I don't know. They say this Argentinian, and why you don't play the music? Blah blah blah. So I'm like, oh, that's good. So they request me to start singing like salsa, and I say yes, and it was huge in Puerto Rico. In Puerto Rico, it was like I have like 5 hits already. And I love it because I never think in Puerto Rico is going to be the first place like they gonna start playing me crazy, and I love it. And they start thinking I was Puerto Rican, and I'm like, and my manager says, "Don't say where you're from. You just talk and you just try to when you sing like neutral, neutral." I'm like, okay. It was funny, and then they love my accent, and you know. But let's say 5, 7 songs until I have my first hit.
What are some of the venues you played at? I know you played at a lot of places, but what are some of the big venues you played at?
Well, I play in the FTX Arena with Ricky Martin and many artists. I play in Las Vegas in a huge venue. I don't remember, T-Mobile Arena. In big venues. To be honest, that was his strategy. He says you're gonna sing in big places, and then I don't want you to be all around, all over, like in so many places, go crazy. No, let me put you in good places, in good stadiums, with many artists, in another festivals, this and that, and then until we people really know you, and then we go by ourselves. And in Chicago, I
He
sing
selected the best
in a
of the
half.
best.
Yeah, that's his job. But in Chicago, I sing in a halftime show. Huge. It was Cruz Azul. It's soccer game, Cruz Azul and Guadalajara. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is these people gonna like me? Because I'm Argentina. Of course, bueno, Latina, which is a plus, but I don't know if these people here, they know my music. So I'm like, I'm going to sing a song that they want to hear. So I start singing Cielito Lindo. And they love it. They sing it with me. De la tierra morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando. That's a classic. So and then everybody started singing with me, and that was the best, like the feeling. And I'm like, this is where I dream all of my life. That's all what
Goosebumps
I
thinking about it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm like, I want to keep going until I go far, far, far. So I record to American music now. So we're pushing. We're almost there.
I know that you've sang with many artists, and I always have the same question. What is the one artist you enjoyed working with the most?
Actually, he's not here anymore. It's a surprise for me because I was recording. Is a legend. His name was Tito Rojas. He died like 2 years ago in the pandemic. He was a legend in salsa. So my manager says, Tito called. He want to do this song with you. I'm like, he want like a mix with young and old style, whatever. And I'm like, for sure. I love him. I was so nervous. I remember when we went to the studio, and you know what I learned from him? He get in the studio, so I was expecting. I gave him the song because I gave him one of my songs, and he starts singing He twisted. He do it by himself, but like in a way, like I'm like, oh my god, what a talent! What a real legend. I'm like, wow, that was so impressed. He's singing so naturally but different, on his he put on his tone, on his everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. That was
Fantastic.
amazing and a great experience.
Did you do a remix with one of Celia Cruz's songs?
Yes, yes. Actually, Johnny Falcones, my manager, he used to manage Celia, and who is in charge of the everything of Celia now. He says, "Please, you have to do one of her songs one of these days." So I recorded, but I didn't change the music. I don't want it, but I feel I love it. ¿Cuál fue? Carnaval. Carnaval, one of his classics.
We have a video of your new hit, Caliente. Can we play it?
We don't have a video. We have
The song?
We have the
No,
audio.
You have the
audio.
music.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Audio.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can get that going and hear a little bit of the audio.
Dame un shot de tequila, bailemos con manos arriba. La vida es una, hay que vivirla y demos vuelta.
I'm ready to salsa.
It's just amazing. Her energy goes right into, like, into character. She goes right into. It's amazing. That's a gift. You love what you do. That is fantastic. So tell me.
By the way, this song I was doing with Dynasty, and he's here in all the show, and the Prince of Congo, he's my friend, Arnold, Prince Arnold. He's there. He's listening from Africa right now, actually. So I want to say hello to him.
Outside of the Sixth Borough, outside of the United States, and we're being heard in now South Africa, Africa somewhere. That's just amazing. Do we have a call anywhere online there? I wasn't sure whether or not we had someone waiting. Okay, I mean, hopefully they'll dial back. We apologize that you waited and we missed the call coming in. But we do have another question for you. And I'm very curious that, in our journey, and one of the things that's really important, we choose a path, and this just seems like this is what you were meant to do. And you said before that there is a place where you want to make sure that you make your work your message. And I like to say you make your mess your message. Tell me a little bit about where your thoughts are on that, and what is it that you want your fans and viewers, listeners to feel when they hear your music?
I want people to be happy. I want people to be happy, feel in another world, out of the problems, out of everything. And I want people feel party, especially with this song that is now. I'm like, what? This world is going through a lot. Pandemic, the war here, a lot of, politicians, a lot of problems in the world. So I want people make happy and forget about everything. That was my first, what I'm working now. But and my thoughts about when I was young, I want a power woman. When I went to so many meetings and this, and everybody was like, it was a men everywhere. I'm like, where are we? We have so much power, and we're smart. And look at you! Congratulations, you too, Denise. You're a superwoman. Super. So that's what I want to support.
Well, I know that you also, as being a superwoman, we didn't mention, but you are a mom too. You're a mommy.
Yes,
right?
I'm a mother. Yes.
And how is she doing?
She's 4.5. She told me the other day, she looked at me and she's like, "Mommy, why I'm copying you? Because I want to be like you." I'm like, "Oh no."
That's a good curse.
I'm like, "You don't want to be a singer." I'm like, "Well, I wanted to be a doctor, but I want to be like you." I'm like, "Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a good sign."
Those are beautiful words. A singing doctor. There you go. That's great. That's a very big compliment. That's a very good. It's one of the best things I think our children can say to us is that they want to be like us. That's a true blessing.
So
it is very
Yeah,
sweet.
it's sweet.
But we want to talk about this tequila. Yes. Why don't you ask me? Go ahead. Go for it.
The bottle is beautiful.
Tell us about the tequila.
This is the tequila with my picture on it, right here. Partnership with the Prince of Congo. But I make it this start because I love tequila first of all, and second, with this is the pyramids of Mexico. There's a lot of story there, and I always want to have my drink because it reflects, it reminds me one part of my life when I was a bartender, a bad bartender. So this opportunity came here, and they asked me. So we partnership with them, and I'm so blessing, and I want to promote it, and I put it on my song, the tequila, and everything is like, it's party. But one thing that I request is when I have two tequilas, reposado, and then I have this one which is with a flavor. Cherry flavor.
Cherry.
And it's smooth. But it's smooth. I want to send it to you both as soon as I get the next shipment. But this is smooth. This is for everybody. It's not only for Mexican who can, handle this. This is for everybody. It's very smooth. I love it. And you're gonna love it, Denise.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
I love tequila too, but it don't love
me
me.
too.
I'm gonna send
One
it to
tequila,
you,
two
I
tequila,
promise.
three tequila floor.
Is it
Exactly.
look at that.
Hey,
Salud.
cheers.
Cheers. There we go. Oh, look at her, right in spirit.
Crazy.
Good. I'm gonna send it to you. I promise.
Yes.
As soon as I get it, one of each and the Argentina. Alex, for you too.
Thank you. I love tequila. Great for me.
I divorced tequila a little while back. I had to, but I'm willing to renegotiate my.
Could renegotiate terms. It's so.
In October, it's going to be in the market. So in Christmas, we are celebrating together.
Love that. That is just great. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I think that your story, I just knew there was so much to share, and it fits right into what the Power Up Hour is all about. I mean, you kept it fun. You had the story, the humble beginnings, and you're making it happen. This is the American dream, and what a great weekend to do this on.
Thank you. It was a blessing meeting you, actually. People is texting me. They want to talk to you or whatever. Is it a problem with the phone line or?
Oh, I guess they're trying to dial in and ask questions. Is that what it is? Well, it's 888.
Yeah, they text.
Oh.
Go.
Well, it's 888-565-1470. That's the phone number. But if they can continue, if they want to ask questions of us or anything, have them comment very easily through our Power Up the Six Borough Facebook page, and we can see the comments come through on there.
I think we just got one.
And I think we just got one. Yeah, we just got them.
Freddie? There's a caller.
We have a caller, so let's do it.
Let's take that call. Who's calling? Johnny?
Kathy?
We got Kathy on the line. Hello, Kathy.
No, Kathy's gone.
Kathy's gone. Okay.
Kathy's gone.
Maybe she's
No more.
And she's gone.
Well, she tried, and we thanked her for
That's
trying,
right.
that's for sure. But we do have to move on to the close of our show. And when you are in town next, you have to come
on.
here. And no matter where you're performing, if we're close by, you got to let us know. And let's see what we can do, work together, and see how it is we can help your business grow and make everything happen that you desire along with us as well. And making, business happen. This is what we do. We're here to help each other.
I would love to put this show as in Viva Live TV. Viva Live TV is a live streaming. You have to. We can do it like next week, and people can see you,
Call you.
in a channel.
I love you so much, and I love your husband. He's a great person, and
Thank
just such
you.
great people. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend. Take some time down and keep your journey. Keep going. Thank you so much.
Look forward to meeting you.
We look forward.
Take
I
care.
want to see the book too when you're ready. Thank you so much. Kisses
Bye-bye.
out to you. Stay tuned for next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye
Take
now.
care.
Take care.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Very nice.
What a great person. I actually met her a little while back, and she was in a movie that was being run by a place that I used to work at, and she's just an amazing, sweet individual.
Well, did she say what part of Argentina she was from? Is she from Alex?
It could be anywhere. I really don't
Yeah,
know.
well, he's from Buenos Aires.
I'm from Buenos Aires. And she sounds like Buenos Aires too.
Oh, she does. Okay, you can tell by the accent. Is
Oh,
that what it
yes,
is?
yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
It's like Brooklyn, Queens, Staten
Right.
Island, the Bronx. It's like the different
Brooklyn,
boroughs.
Very strong.
Pretty much
Yeah.
the same. Yeah.
But do you think since
pretty
we've
hardcore.
been down here for as long as we have that it depends how angry I get. will determine the strength of my accent.
Oh, I get it all the time too. Yeah.
You thought you lost it?
My kids were born here and they have it.
Oh, really?
Because of you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Only get mad, they really have it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, forget it.
I always say if I start yelling in
When-
Spanish, it's all bad.
Game over,
Run.
that's it.
Game over. It's no good.
Usually
Evacuate.
when I drink, when I have a few, then it's
Oh,
real.
the
Then
tequila?
100% down. I go from the 6th borough to the 5th borough. That's what happens.
Tonight, after the show, where are we
Yes.
going?
You tell me. I got dressed up.
All right, Club TV is back. Club TV happens to be a show that I was involved in back in the 90s and then again in 2007. And my buddy Dave Icavett is bringing it back. And tonight is their first event at the Everest Lounge in Hollywood Beach. 349 Johnson Street, Hollywood Beach. We're going. We're
Okay.
all going.
Yes,
Yep.
we're all going.
And we
Yes.
hope you guys would come, meet us, come out, have a drink with the Joe Miggs, with Alex. We'll give you some clam shells since there's no clams left. but come down and see us. It's going to be a great show, and I'm looking forward. And I'll be there to support Dave, my partner.
I have a question before we close, and I want to ask the both of you. We still have a couple more minutes. I'm going to ask Joe Miggs first. If of all the messes in your life, and this is a message that we actually put together, and I always want to ask this question. Whatever your mess was in your life, good, bad, or indifferent, what message would you send out there out of one of your messes?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, life is funny because you go through so many challenges in life, and everybody's got a different story. Some people, unfortunately, maybe have had bad parents and they had an unfortunate upbringing. Other people, maybe they're, making their own mistakes in life,
Yep.
And for me, what I learned, I had some rough times in my life. And one thing I learned was that, there's always that light at the end of the tunnel. It could always be dark, but
Good
there's always
advice.
that little spot of light, and you got to follow it. And that light is your passion for life, So whatever your passion is, you got to, before you could be successful in life, before you could start your journey, you need to know who you are and what you're passionate about, and then you could move forward. And the best advice I could give to people that are going through hard times is old school, pen and paper. Write down all the negative people in your life.
Oh.
Write down all the
Clear the
negative
deck.
things that are in your life and get rid of them. And you'll have a lot more free time, and you'll have a lot more time to dedicate to the people that are supposed to be in your life and the things that you need to do.
I
So
love that. Well said.
it's
Well said.
based on experience, Yeah, based on experience. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, there's a saying in Spanish. We say pa fuera, which means get out. What do they say in Italian?
That was
Oh, no.
They say that, or we go andiamo.
There you go.
Va via.
Well, there you go. Chef, what would you say?
I would have said the same
Oh,
thing.
there. Let me get my little friend. That's the other way.
Say hello to my little friend.
That's right. What would you say, and just your thought, very simply, what would be the mess you've been in, the message that you would want to give out there? Because, people want to hear. Maybe you inspire someone.
Well, I would say that you always have to believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself
Yes.
is your message.
Never,
okay.
never. So you cannot depend for the approval of the other ones. No, so try to live the life of other ones just to get approved or something. So
Yeah.
believe in yourself.
That's a great message.
And that's what I said. You can never change what was your past, but you can always have a different ending.
Awesome. Great
That's
advice.
right.
Look at that.
These
We
are my
just,
favorite kind of talks, by the way.
Are they?
I love motivational talks.
We have someone that wants to dial in and ask a question.
Go ahead. Say hello. Hello? Anyone there? You're 0 for 2, Freddie. Hello? We have someone on the line?
You're on the air live. If you have a question, now's the time to ask. Do you need pen and paper?
How you doing?
Give me a little juice there, a little volume. Maybe.
Be Rocky.
Yeah.
Good. It's the Prince.
There
It's
we
the
go.
Prince of Congo, the one Soleil saved from Africa.
Oh.
wow.
Very cool.
She
Welcome.
was told us about you.
So, I was there like I think for almost like 20 minutes. I keep calling, but
Oh, we got a lot of calls. That's
I
why I'm
think
sorry.
you guys were so busy.
Well, actually, we can declare that we've landed in what country are you in?
Congo, Kinshasa, Africa.
Oh,
Africa.
Nice.
We made landfall in Africa. Wow. I'm impressed. Thank you so much
Global.
for being so patient and wanting to talk to Celia. Unfortunately, she already has left, but you know what? We're interested in you. Thank you so much for calling. She was talking about you, and you know, this is what makes the world go around, is the reach by the magic of radio and TV.
Yep.
Excellent.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah, she's already famous in my country, in Congo. So people, they only put her on the radio. So the music is almost the same.
Oh, nice.
Wow. So you hear her music where you are as well?
Yeah, she's a girlfriend of mine.
Oh, I see. Okay. I got it. Well, thank you so much for dialing in and your patience. We're running out of time now, but we will have Salil back on.
Oh, we will be working with her again for sure.
Yes, we'll be working with her again, and we want to make sure we get you back on so we can get everyone on the phone and have a good conversation about where you are and how you have your passion for Celia and work that she does. Thank you so much. You have a great, great evening.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. You know, Joe, I never asked you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You're in trouble.
Here we go.
in
Right
trouble.
away. Here we go. How do you like being on the show?
It ruins my Friday night. Actually, I mean, it's according to our producer here, every week has been getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm really happy. You know, I've come into some bad times in the past couple of years, and you've given me a stepping stone to get back, and you know, it's really helping out. And you know, of course, we reaching out to all these other things we're going to be doing now. So
That's right.
it's just we met. I asked her to be on the show. I called her and I asked her. I said, "Listen, I got a great story for you. I want to be on the show." And it was a good story.
It no one really knows a lot about the story, but it's a great story.
And ever since that night, you know, we just kept going, and we came up with the six borough idea, and it just keeps rolling along. We love it.
It's going to get bigger.
Yeah.
It really
And we have the TV show coming up this fall, multiple TV shows, and it's nothing but green pastures ahead of us.
Well, according to what Cyril said, is you have that vision, like you had said, actually, Chef, and you know, keeping and pushing through, put pen to paper. Cyril with the beginnings of, you know, just living your dream, do what you need to do, 100%. And keep pushing through. It's a pattern, right? Of just the same words over and over and again. If you repeat that, I think you eventually it happens. Yeah. It's like manifesting.
You got to believe it.
Bad times they don't last forever. You know, it's, you know, like it says in the Bible, this too shall pass. It seems like the worst time of your life, but it goes away. And
life is seasons. Life is seasons.
If I could imagine where I was 2 years ago, I mean, compared to now, quite a difference.
Big time, right? Yeah.
Well,
that's one thing. Like when I always you know, we're creators. We're all creators here sitting at this table. You know, you're a creator. We're all creators. We're creating things, you know, within our industry. And, you know, one thing I think everybody goes through it, but I can only speak for myself, is that sometimes I go through, you know, those things where I'm like, man, I've been busting my butt, you know, working hard. And, man, where am I? Where am I right now? Is this where I want to be right now? Do I want to be ahead? I want to be further. But then I'll stop and I'll look back 5 years. 5 years ago, I'll look back and say, wow, I started a podcast in my kitchen with a laptop and a mic, and that's it. Yeah. Didn't even want to do it. I just did it because a friend of mine asked me to do it. And now I'm doing huge events with thousands of people.
So it was your passion.
You just figure it out, and you look back and you say, you know what? I came this far after 5 years. In another 5 years, I'll be even further. I'll be sitting in Freddie's chair with the hat, telling everybody what to do. Telling everybody what to do.
Yeah, Freddie's a critical part of the show. He puts it all together. Sometimes you hear him in the background.
Yeah, his specialty is the echo. That's his special effect if you don't. I don't know what it is.
He is a voice of reason, though. He's a voice of reason and calm.
Can't use that word again.
What? Oh, we'll see.
Just got a phone call. You gotta stop.
For that word?
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah. We'll slap him.
You know what they're gonna do to you, right?
Busta Von Jewel.
You're gonna get canceled.
You're gonna get your mic cut.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
You can't be
They're
doing
gonna
that.
remove your Twitter account. You better be careful.
Oh,
like Prez.
Yeah.
But come on, that's not.
Well, at the end of the day, we are a family show,
Yes.
but we're all passionate, and sometimes it slips out, but we just got to say sorry now.
She said the key word. We're a family show. An Italian family, that word is used a lot.
Yes, but this, you know.
I know, it slipped out.
Who knew that Miami's fluent in
I didn't
Italian?
mean it in a bad,
Yeah, right.
I didn't mean it in a bad way. I meant it in a good way.
Literally.
Yes.
They're on to us, Joe. They're
on
on
to
to
us.
us.
Come on, you got to cut the strings. All right, thank everyone for coming on and listening to the Sixth Borough, and then also Power Up Hour. Hopefully, you've gotten some really great vibes and roll into your weekend with some good, great fun to have. And you know what? Be safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive.
Happy 4th of July.
Amen. Happy 4th of July. Take care now, everybody.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
We all know